G'day guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Tim, and on today's episode we're taking a look at the total market cap for crypto, and we're asking the question, can we break these previous all-time highs? We're also going to take a look at Grayscale to give us a bit of an indication about what institutions are doing at the moment. Are they involved at this time in the market, or is all this purely retail? All right, so let's get stuck in. First of all, I've got the total market cap for crypto, and this is a weekly chart. So we can see at the moment, we just closed the week as of 23 minutes ago with UTC time, and we closed below the previous all-time high closes. So we haven't closed at a higher level than those in this current week. Now, this next week has started off red, but we're only 23 minutes in, so it's too early to call what will happen with the next week. But if we are to move up, there's a very high chance that we will break the previous all-time highs, at least the closes, and the wick that we reached at the very, very top there was around the $2.5, $2.6 trillion mark. So I measured before, we are about, from where we are currently, we are about 10% to the previous all-time highs. So taking a look at the total too, so this is the alts, including Ethereum, we can see that we actually did close above the previous all-time high closes. We closed, I'll just measure exactly how far that was. So from the previous all-time high close is about there, and we closed about almost 5% above it. Now, to get to the wick from where we are currently, that is another roughly 10%. We're in the ballpark, so we've already closed above the previous all-time high with the alts, including Ethereum. Let's have a look at the total three. So this is all of the alts minus Ethereum, and you can see that we did close above the previous all-time high. So the previous all-time high was about here, right on the 768, and we closed about 5 or 6% above that point. Now again, we are a little way from the wick. So from where we are currently to the wick is another 8%. So taking a look at Bitcoin, you can see that we're nowhere near the all-time highs at this stage. We are about 17% from the previous all-time high closes, and we are about 26% from the previous all-time high. So Bitcoin has a little way to go. So this really does tell me that the market really is in an altcoin season at the moment, and we can see that in the Bitcoin dominance also. So taking a look at Ethereum, you can see that we have actually closed. We closed right just above the previous all-time high closes. So that's quite impressive for Ethereum. And in terms of the week, again, these are weekly charts, we are about 12% away at the moment, 12, 13% away from the previous all-time high. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is have a look at the Grayscale investment holdings, and this will give us some indication about what institutions are doing at the moment. Now, if you look at these, you can see you can choose from Bitcoin, Ethereum, plus a whole bunch of different alts here. Over here, we've got the 7-day change and the 30-day change, and they're all in the red at the moment. If we look down here, we can see the Grayscale investment holdings, and so here's the price action that we've seen for Bitcoin. And you can see that the holdings really peaked up here around February, and they've really stayed the same. If anything, there's been a slight decline over time since then. So that's Bitcoin. If we change to Ethereum, it's a similar story. You can see it peaked right here around February, February, March or so. Let's say around Feb, March this year in 2021. And again, it's been on a slight decline, but for the most part, they are holding all the way through. So this is telling me that institutions are not increasing their holdings at the moment, at least based on the Grayscale figures we've got here. So it does, to me, indicate that what we're seeing here is really a retail-driven rally. So you have to question how much fuel retail has, or how much money, retail has, and targets of Bitcoin going to 100K or 200K simply because the charts look good and we're getting a golden cross and things like that. I do question those. But at this particular point, I have to admit that we are getting very, very close to the previous all-time highs. And you can see there's even a little bit of extra volume here, at least on this particular chart. And if we look at total 2, the volume's been increasing with the alts, and total 3, the volume's been increasing. So it is possible that we keep going up and do all-time highs. I just don't think we're going to get that high. Anything can happen. I've been thinking we're going to crash this whole time from about this point and this point. Now this point. Eventually I'll get one right, but maybe we'll crash from that point. Finally, we'll just take one quick look at Bitcoin on the daily chart. We'll just zoom in a little bit here. And you can see that this bearish divergence with the RSI is still being respected. It's going to be a fascinating couple of weeks. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that content. You can follow me on Technical Tim CR1 at Twitter. And until next time, I'm Tim, and cheers.